You ready? Are we already filming?
Yeah, we're already filming.
We're already fucking filming. All right. All right, we got some pots and pans that came right off a job. Per usual, I didn't really look at this. I just found a box of things that look different. Now we're gonna do some scrapping 101 kitchen stuff for all you fun, fancy kids at home. All right, first thing I wanna pull out is appliances, things with cords, because I know this is gonna just go in a sheet iron. But I gotta take my favorite thing, which if you ever watch any of my videos or know who I am, my favorite thing is copper wire number 2. So we cut the wires on everything. So away we go. So George Foreman, goodbye. I love my George Foreman at home, so.
Yeah, easy.
It like doesn't pain me to do that. But typically small appliances like that don't always donate. Also, we've again some pushback recently, donating pots and pans. So we're recycling more and more. All right. So here we go. Let's take a look. We have a pot like this. It's got a little bit of weight to it. So as always, right, we're gonna do our 3-step methodology. First thing, magnetic, no. Second thing, put a file to it. There you go. Actually, I had my file in my drawer for like the first time ever. All right. Well, that's fucking interesting. Let's see what is on the side. All right. So as you can see, here I got a nice little divot, and here I'm dancing all over the place. So why this is interesting is you don't see this too often. This is a pot here that is stainless steel here, and it's copper here. So when I hit it with a hammer, this can go a little softer. So it's stainless steel and it's coated with copper. So if I go deeper, it's probably gonna go into stainless steel. So let's take a look. Yeah, so see how that bounced off there? That means they're stainless steel, right? If this is aluminum, it'll dent. So I'm gonna hit the side here. Right, it just comes right back. I talk about gashes, right? So this is a dimple at best, right? I hit that with some sizable force. All right, stainless steel, it's got this plastic on it. One of two ways of doing that. If it's a simple thing like a Phillips head, just pop it off. If you're feeling toasty and you don't have a screwdriver laying around or an impact, don't. Right from here, that little bit of steel that's a welded on nut, they're not gonna ding me for that. Again, the overall weight, stainless steel is heavy, so this steel here is less than probably 5% of the overall weight. I will not get dinged for that. I might get dinged if I leave this on. It's really not a weight thing, it just shows that you're not cleaning it well. This, no, they're not gonna ding me for in my scrapyard. And you can see by my high-speed sign right there, goes in the stainless bucket. All right, so here's a lid for that same pot, right? I'm gonna use the same methodology, right? No magnet. Hit it, I dance a little bit, right? A little bit thinner, but it'll still bounce off. Oh, actually went in a little bit. Gashed, right? I know this is still stainless, the way that's reacting. Now this one here has got a lid. I'm not sure how it's secured, so I really can't see. Whatever, use the hammer. There you go. Hammer never lies. Whatever that was, however it was secured, whatever. There must have been a screw on top, threaded. When I twisted it, it didn't twist at first. Too easy. All right, so now that I'm gonna sit here and do stainless steel all day, because then you have things like this, broaching pots and pans, guess what happens? We put a magnet on it. Oh, the magnet sticks. Sheet iron, right? Magnets never lie. There's not much else I have to do. All right, so sometimes people argue with me about shiny versus not shiny, right? I could argue and say both of these are shiny, right? It's subjective, right?
That's subjective, Danny.
The word I like to use more is reflective. When we're looking at the difference between aluminum and stainless, it isn't really shiny, it's reflective. And to me, that's not nuanceable, right? So if I'm looking at this aluminum, right? This is aluminum, it's light. I'm gonna take it, right? Magnet, no stick. If I come here, it's gonna be nice and soft. Oh yeah, like cutting butter, baby, right? I made a hole in it, right? That's how soft it is. Take this one here. I fucking danced, right? No hole. Okay, at this point now I know this is stainless, I know this is aluminum. So people often say, well, is it shiny? Well, this is shiny, right? But I'm gonna turn this here, right? I'll argue that it's not very reflective versus this one, right, is more reflective. So again, shiny, no. Color, right? This is silver in color, this is gray in color. Unless you have these next to each other, if I said, what color is this and what color is this, you'd probably give me about the same color. However, shiny versus not shiny. People also argue heavy. Heavy isn't fucking interesting, right? So not shiny versus, not shiny versus shiny. Think about reflective. The other thing is heavy, right? Well, heavy is fucking subjective.
That's subjective, Danny.
But you said rigid, well, that's fucking interesting. Watch what happens. Aluminum, bend it right in half. I'm not that strong of a guy. This ain't a fucking 800 commercial. I'm not gonna try it again once, right? It's just that simple. It's aluminum, it's nice and soft. Now, the stainless, no. Maybe Marco, Fabio's brother, can do it. Here, check it out. Here we go. Here, come here. Marco's got guns. He actually owns like a fitness gym and studio. Marco, just so you can show all the viewers at home, you have no idea what you're doing. Crush this in hand.
Crush this.
Crush it with your bare hands. Just squeeze it.
Do my best.
Yeah. Marco can't do it either. See?
That shit tough.
Okay, now do this one. Hold on. All right, do this one. All right.
Hey, how you doing? You all right? Good? All right, get the hell out of here.
So when you want to know the difference between aluminum and stainless, stop using the word shiny, use reflective. Stop using the word heavy, use rigid. When you do that, you're going to have a much better scrapping journey. Pots and pans 101, that's steel. Such a disappointment. Let's keep going. More steel. This has legs. Nope, it's steel. One more time. Oh, lid steel. That's interesting. Because it's the same lid, same similar lid I had on the other one. The other one didn't stick. This one does. Steel. Doesn't stick. Pop it. Actually, go get that lid. Help me out here. Go get that other lid I threw. Marco, grab that lid from in there. You probably...
This isn't a lid.
Nope. The lid.
Grab my arm. The other arm. My other arm.
I don't know if I ever checked it with a magnet. Dancing. That's what happens when you hit steel. Yep, check it. Here, toss it to me. That's fucking interesting. All right, so that's, here's why you test everything. I started to question myself. All right, grab me that pot. Grab me the pot with the copper bottom. Yep, toss me that. Okay, this is why this is interesting. This came from the exact same house. These lids looked very similar, right? Here's what's interesting. These two lids look the exact same. I already started to question myself because, just for shits and giggles, I tested it. See that? Sticks to the magnet. That one doesn't. That one doesn't. This is magnetic stainless. And this is why even an experienced scrapper, check everything every time. If you ask me, what is the difference between these two lids, I wouldn't know without a magnet. Stick, no stick. In the exact same box with the exact same, maybe it's the same set, different set, it'll look the exact, those handles look the exact same. So that's the importance of checking with a magnet. The last thing you want to do is show up to the scrapyard with a $400 or $500 load with one pot or pan, because they're going to pull one thing out, test it, and they'll knock you. Going from magnetic stainless to non-magnetic stainless could be a 10 cent to 60 cent difference. So check every single time. Even as I'm shooting this video, I'm second guessing myself. Make sure I know what sticks and what doesn't. Magnets never lie.
Yeah, bitch! Magnets! Oh!
This ain't fucking Tinder, it's scrapping. Special bonus pots and pans. All right, no stick on either one of them. Let's stick it to the file. Oh, that's nice. Nice and soft. We already know what it is, but we're gonna be systematic and thorough, and I like hitting shit with a hammer. Nice soft spot. All right, so there's two methodologies here. I always keep two impacts with me. It is faster for me to change out a battery if I'm down to one than it is for me to change out a bit. That's just my style. Plus, I'm a DeWalt guy. DeWalt, Black & Decker, Stanley, whatever the fuck you guys are named these days. If you want to sponsor videos, hit me up. Right? Okay, so there's two methodologies. You can do it that way, where you pull off the screw nice and fancy-like, or you can do it this way, where you bend it off, break it off. Like, it's a horse apiece. If you got the tool nearby, use it. If you don't, do that. It basically took the same amount of time. They're both aluminum. We put these in. All pots and pans for us are considered aluminum sheet. They're a little bit thicker. They almost could go as aluminum extruded, but they do have coating and some other stuff on there. So the healthy compromise we have with our scrapyard is that all pots and pans, things like that, are aluminum sheets. Fuck it. There's kitchen scrapping 101.